Hello children, welcome back. Chapter 5 Operations on Rational Numbers. To know about rational numbers children, we should first know what are natural numbers. You are already aware about all these things, natural numbers, whole numbers. Okay, so we will just revise. Counting numbers, the numbers that we use in our day-to-day life to count objects and all certain things. So those counting numbers are called as natural numbers. Natural numbers start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 dot dot tells you it is infinite. That means no ending for these numbers. When we add 0 to those natural numbers, it becomes whole numbers. Okay, so whole numbers are also infinite, right? We cannot say where the last whole number or last natural number is. So this is how whole number is. Just by adding 0, it is complete, so it is whole numbers. When we add opposite numbers, by including opposite numbers of natural numbers, we got integers children. That is, for example, dot dot, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. Opposite of that 1, 2, 3 and so on, dot dot. So these are integers. Natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 goes on. 0, 1, 2, 3 whole numbers. Integers, opposite numbers of natural numbers. So we get this number. Fractions, you're already aware, like 1 upon 2, 5 upon 7, 11 upon 23, etc. You've come across them. Also, you are aware children, all integers can be expressed in the form of fractions. All integers can be expressed in the form of fractions, right? Yes or no? Yes. So, once you know natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions, then we can proceed for rational numbers children. So, what are rational? So, rational numbers children, if m is any integer, if m is any integer and n is any non-zero integer, that means it is not a zero, then the number m upon n is called a rational number. For example, 3 upon 4 or 10 upon 5. Okay, so 10 is m and 4 is n. So if m is any integer and n is any non-zero integer, then the number m upon n is called a rational number. Rational numbers are written like fractional or fractions. Okay, see example, minus 3 upon 4. Minus 3 upon 4. This is neither an integer nor a fractional number. Minus 3 upon 4 is neither an integer nor a fractional number. So, minus 3 upon 4 is called a rational number. Minus 3 upon 4 is called a rational number. Look at this, what I have drawn. Roughly I have drawn children. Look straight inside. Natural numbers, circle is inside the inner circle. So 1, 2, 3 dot dot natural numbers. Outer to that is whole numbers. That means when you add 0 to the natural numbers, you get whole numbers. Right? When you add opposite numbers to the natural numbers and the whole number, that is number line. Okay, you get integers. Minus 3, minus 8, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Understood now? Natural numbers 1, 2, 3. When I add 0 to it, I get whole numbers. When I add opposite numbers of natural numbers and 0 is included to that, we get integers. Right? And look at the rational numbers. 5 upon 7, 3 upon 4, minus 17 upon 8, 28, 2, 17, etc. These are just few examples. So, rational number is a bigger circle encircling the whole numbers, integers, natural numbers. Getting it? So, all these are inside rational numbers, children. So, understood now, children? Natural number is inside the circle. Okay? Outer to that is whole numbers. Outer to that is integers. And rational number is the biggest circle which is encircling integers, whole numbers and natural numbers. So all these are included. So rational numbers include all types of numbers that are mentioned. Complete the table given below children. See, look at the numbers. Minus 3. Is it a natural number? No. So put a cross. That is wrong. Is it integer? Yes. Is it a rational number? Yes. All types of numbers are rational numbers. 3 upon 5. 3 upon 5. Is it a natural number? No. Is it an integer? No. Is it a rational number? Yes. Okay. Next number, minus 17. Is it a natural number? No. Is it an integer? Come on. Yes. Is it a rational number? Yes. Okay. Now 5 upon 11. 5 upon 11. Is it a minus 5 upon 11? Is it a natural number? No. Is it an integer? Anybody? Minus 5 upon 11? No. Is it a rational number? Yes. Now the last one, 5. 5. Is it a natural number? Yes. Is it an integer? Yes. Is it a rational number? Yes. Look at it carefully. Okay. Minus 3 is not a natural number. It is an integer and rational number. 3 upon 5, not a natural number, not an integer, but rational number. Minus 17, not a natural number, but it's an integer and rational number. Minus 5 upon 11, not a natural number, neither integer, but it's a rational number. 5, it's a natural number, it's an integer and it's a rational number. Look at all the columns and look at this rational number. All numbers, whether they are natural numbers or whether they are integers, they are rational numbers. Hope you have understood, children. Okay. So all types of numbers are included in rational numbers. One thing you must remember, children, operations on rational numbers. Rational numbers are written like fractions. Like in a fraction, we have a numerator and a denominator. So rational numbers are written like fractions using a numerator and a denominator. That is why operations on rational numbers are carried out like you carry out in a fraction. Example 1, 7 upon 5 plus 3 upon 7. Okay. So these two denominators 5 and 7 are not multiples of each other, right? So we cross multiply. 7 sevens are 49 plus 5 threes are 15 upon 5 sevens are 35. Right now, children? So this is how we solve a fraction. Okay. And which is equal to, add them, equal to 64 upon 35. Next example, 11 upon 12 minus 2 upon 3. Now 11 upon 12 minus 2 upon 3, to add or subtract, we have to equalize the denominator. So 11 upon 12 minus 2 into what will give me? That is, here you have to check. 3 4s are 12. So here also 4s are. So 11 upon 12 minus 2 into 4 upon 3 into 4. That is 11 upon 12 minus 8 upon 12. Which is equal to 11 minus 8 upon 12. And that is equal to how much? 11 minus 8. That's right. 11 minus 8 will be 3 upon 12. 3 upon 12 can be reduced further, children. So 3 1s are, 3 4s are. So our final answer will be 1 upon 4. Did you all understand? So children, we also know that to divide one number by another number, is to multiply the first one by the multiplicative inverse of the other. Like for example, 5 upon 6. Multiplicative inverse of this will be 6 upon 5. Right? 2 upon 11. Take for example 2 upon 11. Multiplicative inverse of this is 11 upon 2. Multiplicative inverse. So it becomes, denominator will be your numerator and numerator becomes a denominator. Take another example. Minus 4 upon 5's multiplicative inverse will be minus 5 upon 4. All that I did not multiply, I just gave you an example, but this is something you should know. Minus 4 upon 5's multiplicative inverse minus 5 upon 4. So see, cancel. So finally we have 1 as the answer. Minus into minus also is plus, children. So 1. So this is the multiplicative. But if I take another number, like for example, minus 13 upon 5. Multiplicative inverse of this will be 5 upon 13. Right, children? So when I multiply, see 13 will cancel, 5 and 5 will cancel. But what will be the answer? Minus is here. What will be the answer? Minus 1. And this is not the multiplicative inverse. Okay? So it is not the multiplicative inverse. So minus 13 upon 5 is not the multiplicative inverse of 5 upon 13. So remember this. Directly the note from your text, children. Complete the following table to decide whether the various groups of numbers are enough for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division or not. If the given groups of numbers is enough, we need to put a tick mark, which is already done. So I am just showing this to you quickly. See, group of numbers, the names of groups is given. Natural numbers, integers, rational numbers. Type is given. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Natural numbers, addition, yes. Subtraction, no. Because 7 minus 10 gives you minus 3, children. Multiplication, yes. Division, no. Means in natural numbers, what answer you are getting. In addition, it will remain as a natural number. But in subtraction, not necessary, it will remain as a natural number. Because minus 3 is not a natural number, children. Multiplication also, not necessarily, it will remain as a natural number. If you are multiplying with a negative number, then that multiplication will give you answer in negative, which is not a natural number. Division also the same thing. Suppose 3 divided by 5, it is not going to give you a natural number back. Okay. Second is integers. Addition, yes. Subtraction, yes. Multiplication also, yes. And division also, yes. Because integers includes both negative and positive numbers. Minus numbers and plus numbers. Rational numbers, everything is possible. That addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Why? Because rational numbers includes all types of numbers. Inference means what we conclude. The group of natural numbers is closed for the addition and multiplication, but not for the subtraction and division. In other words, the difference of any two natural numbers or the quotient obtained on dividing one natural number by another will not always be natural number. I just explained. Subtraction and division not necessarily will give you a natural number back. The group of integers is closed for addition, subtraction, multiplication, but not for division. So in division, not necessarily you will get back a integer. The group of rational numbers is closed for all the operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So remember that a number cannot be divided by 0. Okay, because it is something like, for example, 4 upon 0 is not defined. So remember that a number cannot be divided by 0. We cannot divide 4 by 0 or any other number by 0. So this you have to remember before we proceed with practice set 22. Now we start with practice set 22. Carry out the following additions of rational numbers. Hope you will have understood, children, rational numbers. In short, it includes all types of numbers. So first one, 5 upon 36 plus 6 upon 42. We have to carry out this addition As you know, we cannot carry out the addition or subtraction unless and until we equalize the denominator. And to equalize the denominator, let's find out the LCM. Or in other words, let's find the number which will help us to equalize the denominator. Okay. 36, 42. You want separately, you can take the LCM separately or together. 2 1s are 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. Now 3. 3 9s are 18, 3 6 are 18, extremely sorry, 3 6 are 18, 3 7s are 21. There's no need to do further because these two are the numbers which you have to multiply, 6 and 7. Now look at the number, 36, you're getting 6, 42, you're getting 7. Okay, so here 5 upon 36 into, what will give me opposite, that is 7 into 7. Okay, plus 6 into 6 upon 42 into 6. 36 into 7, only once we have to multiply. So 36 into 7 will give us how much, children? 7 6 are 42, 2 4 carry, 7 3s are 21, 21 plus 252. Correct, no? 5 7s are 35, above that. Plus 42, 6 are, 6 2s are 12, 6 2s are 12, 2, 1 carried here, 6 4s are 24, 252. It is natural that we are going to get the same denominator. 6 6 are 36. Next step, 35 plus 36 to be written under one roof, that is 252. Okay, now add them. It's equal to 35 plus 36 will give us 6 plus 5 11, 1 6 3 plus 3 6, 71 upon 252. Now let us try to reduce that or check if we can leave as it. So this is our final answer, 71 upon 252, children. Understood, no? This is carrying out the following additions of rational numbers is similar to your fractions, how you add them. Now second sum. Look at the second sum, children. 1 2 upon 3 plus 2 4 upon 5. It is a mixed fraction. So first what will we do? First we will convert it into a fraction. 3 1s are 3, 3 plus 2, 6, 6 upon 3. You all know how to do it, right? 3 into 1 plus 2. 3 1s are 3 plus 2, 5, 6. So 6 upon 3 plus 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 4, 14 upon 5. Did you all understand, children? Okay. 3 1s are 3. 3 plus 2, 6. 3 1s are 3. 3 plus 2, 4, 5. Sorry. So sorry about that. 3 1s are 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 upon 3. 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 4, 14 upon 5. If you want, once more I'll show it to you. 1 2 upon 3. See, this has to be like this. 3 into 1 plus 2 upon 3. That is 3 into 1 plus 2 upon 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 upon 3. Got it now, children? So same way, 2 4 upon 5 also you will do. 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 4, 14 upon 5. Now after this we will try to equalize the denominator. 3 and 5. So we will cross multiply, children. So here we go. 5 into 5 upon 3 into 5 plus 14 into 3 upon 5 into 3. 5 5s are 25 upon 15 plus 14, 3 4s are 12, 2, 1 carry, 3 1s are 3, 4. 42. 25 upon 15 plus 42 upon 15. So write it under one roof. 42 upon 15 is equal to 5 plus 2, 7, 4 plus 2, 67 upon 15. So this is our final answer, children. Hope it's clear, children. I just made an error over here. 3 ones are 3, 3 plus 2, 4, 5. 5 upon 3 it is. 5 twos are 10, 10 plus 4, 14 upon 5. Then same equalizing the denominator, that is same pattern whatever you have learned. Can see this? Third sum, children, 11 upon 17 plus 13 upon 19. Cross multiplication, 11 into 19 upon 17 into 19 plus 13 into 17 upon 19 into 17. Let us multiply and write down. 323 209. You can work out, it's a big number, plus, okay, 323 221. So 209 upon 323 plus 221 upon 323. Let us write that under one roof. 209 plus 221 upon 323 is equal to, add them, 9 plus 1, 10, 0, 1 carry, 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 2, 4, 430 upon 323. So this is our final answer. Have a look at it properly. 11 upon 17 plus 13 upon 19, cross multiplication, and then we add. Once the denominator is same, once we have equalized the denominator, then we will add them. Okay. Third sum, children, fourth sum, 2, 3 upon 11 plus 1, 3 upon 77. A bit tense to complete the portion. So fourth sum, 2, 3 upon 11 plus 1, 3 upon 77. So first we will convert that into a fraction. 11 into 2. 11 twos are 22. 22 plus 3. How much? That's right, 25. So 25 upon 11 plus 77 into 1. Okay, 77 into 1. That is 77 plus 3. How much, children? 77 plus 3? 80. 80 upon 77. So you understood now how to convert. Now look at these numbers, 11 and 77. They are multiples, right? 77 is a multiple of 7. So 25 upon 11. Look at this. This is 77. You keep that as it is. 80 upon 77. Keep it as it is. Here you multiply by 7. Because you will get 77 when you multiply by 7. So naturally, numerator also we will have to multiply. Always remember in maths, anything done to the numerator, you have to do it to the denominator. Any number you multiply to the numerator, you have to multiply the number to the denominator also. If you divide any number, the same thing, you have to do it for numerator also. Let's get back. 11 sevens are 77. So 77 upon 25 into 7 will 25 into 7, 175 plus 80 upon 77. See, so easy, no? Now we will write down under one line. 77, 175 plus 80 is equal to, add them, 0 plus 5, 5, 7 plus 8, 15, 1 carried, so 255 upon 77. So that's our final answer. Hope you have understood, children. The number looks big. Don't get scared. Just go on simplifying. You know everything. Only we have to put it to use. So this was question number 1, children, of practice set 22. Okay. Question number 1 of practice set 22. I will wind up this video here so that question 2 can be followed by the remaining sums. Thank you, children. Practice well.